Yes, I'm live. I'm live. Just a minute. I'm live. Hold on. I just want to change that out. Wait. Oh, let me, because I'm still going to keep, yeah, I'm going to keep you. Just a moment, everyone. Oh, wait. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to keep Sticks live. Much appreciation. Much appreciation, everyone. Much appreciation for the subscription, for subscribing. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming in. Thumbs up the live, share me out. I truly, truly appreciate you all. I just came live for the 15 minutes. I wanted to do it like everyone else. I'm going to just put my hair in two cornrows. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with this live. That I'm just going to go live and just, just a little chit chat. Thanks so much, Sticks. I truly appreciate your support. I really and truly do. Yes, I am thriving to grow my channel and just come with authenticity. If everyone has any questions or anything like that, I will be answering you all's questions. Thank you so much. Here we go. Hold up. I truly appreciate. Oh, yes. Want 1K Yellow Diamond because it does that to her. Hold on, let me see. Okay, 1K Yellow Diamond, please say something. So, yeah, because I wanted to make some corrections. I know when I was live the last time, it wasn't allowing you to interact. And so I just wanted to make corrections with that. I know it does that to you and plugs for some reason. And certain lives, it would do that to me as well. So I would have to ask, could you see my, here we go, baby. Gratitude. I truly appreciate you all. Just one moment. And Sticks, this is why I want to go live, but I also want to go live and like um do like panel lives so that we can have a discussion, because someone said something about a born day, a birthday, and your response, it triggered me, and I just want to keep it real, just want to, yeah, because of the research that I've done and what I found to be about zodiac signs and all those things in that nature. It isn't what we were basically taught and indoctrinated with. And I get that we are of a certain caliber and maturity and age. And so, with being taught something all your life, it's like, this has to be true. But oh, is it true or is it just control? Yeah. So that I always go into things deeper now, having such an awakening with can you all hear me? I just want to make sure that you all can hear me. Oh, okay, okay. Um Look, see? I got you here, bro. Wait. Say hi, Sticks. Turn to the camera and say hi. I think it's a delay. But look, look, see, it is. It's a delay. Hold on. There we go. Oh. Look, see, it is. It's a delay.
Oh, I see.
And that's fine. I always like to give acknowledgement, reference, and just appreciation for those that, support me, and I support you all. And I get that we all have different mindsets and the way that we were grown and brought up and raised. I with me, I was always different. I just knew it was more than what was being said to me or what I was being shown. And it's nothing towards anyone that had a part in growing me. It's just that me, my experience, I want it to be my experience, and know that I really and truly lived my truth and my experience. So with that, it comes great responsibility of research, reading, going within, because you can read something, and just because you read it, that don't mean that it's truth as well. Does it resonate with you? How does it make you feel? Because nothing's supposed to make us fear. Nothing is supposed, when they say, oh, you're supposed to fear, we put the fear of God in you. Why would a loving energy want you to fear it? Like, these things are the things that I've went and dived deep into, because not for anyone else, but for me, my experience here. I just, yeah. And again, I don't judge or like have negative, like, I don't judge. I like to stay balanced, so I don't judge in righteously and unrighteously. There we go, unrighteously. I wouldn't do that. I don't put any pressures on anyone else, and it's just like, yeah, you live. My excuse me, getting excited. Slow down, breathe. My motto is always going to be live and let live. Live and let live. Yeah. Live and let live. Have a amazing day on purpose. Um, what else? Live the life you love and love the life you live. Yeah, those things. Now, hold on, cause let me go. Yeah, yeah, Sticks. It's just a lot of things that were said and done. Now, this is me coming from my background, growing up since a child in the church and all these things, and in my adult life finding out that 90% of what was being showed to me and what was being told to me was cherry picking, projection, um, like untruth, like just dictatorship. And so it's like for 40 years, you live your life up under the shadows of others while packing yourself away and not living your truth. And I had to say, now my age is more than that, but I'm just saying in general, um, I said to myself, and this is going to be more than 15 minutes, and that's okay. That's okay. If you're here with me, rocking with me, I truly appreciate you. You know, if you have to go and start your day, maybe you can catch the replay. I truly appreciate that as well. But it's like for 40 years living someone else's beliefs and truths, and then having my awakening to live my life in my truth and my awareness and my presentness. It's like it's a lot. First of all, the awakening, it's like, oh, I'm trying to explain how it feels, like the emotions that you experience and go through. I went through anger, I went through depression, doubt, anger, like it just kept. And then I had to say to myself, I can't continue being angry at people, places, and things. What is it that I need to do? I need to heal, number one. I need to do. That's why in the scriptures it tells you they put truth with lies. I'll say this. They put truth with lies. So in the scriptures it also says to study to show thyself approved. You tell people that, and it's just like, listen, it says it, study to show thyself approved. Thyself, not no one else. So what I mean by that is I'm not studying, researching, going within, healing myself, forwarding my journey and my experience to show anybody else or get approval from anybody else, because I've come to the realization, number one, first and foremost, I was approved even before I came here. So I don't need the approval of anyone or anything, because I was already approved to come here and experience life. Now it's up to me to experience it the way that I would desire to experience that life. Again, my perspective. I appreciate you all. Hey, Ray. Yes, I know, I know. I'm familiar with you. I think you being Sis Maria and Cowboy Live as well. Bart's Bitch Toya Live, and yes, I'm familiar with you all, and I greatly appreciate you all. Yes, thumbs up the live, everyone. I truly appreciate you. And again, I know it's not going to be everyone's perspective of how they see life. Again, whether we want to admit it or acknowledge it, we were groomed and indoctrinated to be a certain way. We were. If you are a baby boomer, if you are a Gen Z, if you are, even I would say the millennials, if not, is it the millennials or is it the what comes before the millennials? Like the 80s, it's the 80 babies, the 90s, the early 2000s, anywhere around that range. We were conditioned to be a certain, from I would say, I would say the late 90s and back. We were conditioned. We were indoctrinated. We were conditioned to be and to operate in a certain mindset. And it's all right. It's okay if that's what you resonate with. But if you have that within you that you just like, you know that it's more, believe you me, you're going to, yeah, that experience is going to, I was supposed to be doing you all chit chat while I get my things because yeah, I was ready, but I was not ready. So yeah, and I need to do a better lighting. So just one moment. Un momento. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. All right. Just a moment. Can I tell you all something? I'm the type of person that I really and truly do enjoy going live. I like interacting and connecting. But for some reason, I love to interact and connect. But for some reason, I have to be honest, when I do, something in me is just like, it makes me feel so good. But then another part of me is just like nervousness of, again, because I already said it, not seeking validation outside of myself, because I already know that I was validated and I qualified for this experience. So, but in that, I still do have like kind of little jitters and things like that, because I just be like, oh, what are they gonna think of me? Or like, oh yeah, and CJ, I wanted to address something. Yeah, with bro and sister Maria and Cowboy. Yeah, the live the other night when I said that I, yeah, when that discussion had happened, I just want to just reiterate something. That's because my partner of like almost 13 years, we decided to, separate. And they, sometimes males go on with their life and they choose to deal with other people, and then, you know, sometimes they choose to go on with their life and not deal with other people. Me, I chose to go on with my life, but I also chose to start choosing me first and putting me first. If y'all was to only know my story of the things that I allowed in my life, and you will hear me say a lot that I allowed it. I allowed these things, and I had to hold myself accountable for these things, and I had to heal myself from these people, places, and things. And so that in my circle of, what is it, relatives, because I will say this as well. I get where you family and things like that. Family is the family that I created. I always say that. Family is the family that I created. I have a mother, I have a father, earthly mother and father. I do. I have siblings, I have cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, great nieces, great nephews. But the family is the family that I created. My children, and then their offspring, their children. Family is the family that I created because of the dynamic of what I saw. Now, I have relatives, and those that I named prior to my children and my grandchildren, those are my relatives. You, it's a difference, and they're in a different category, and it's for a reason. So, yeah. But I just chose to finally put me first, and that was in 2020. I chose to put me first and keep to myself and heal myself, and just my mind, body, soul, spirits, everything, just me. Oh, no, 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 my love. No, no, no. Listen, he was just being his authentic self. And gratitude, Sharice, for joining my live. I truly appreciate your presence, my love. But I love that he brought that up. Well, that I said that, and then his response was that, because he was just operating in his authenticity. I would never tell anyone not to be themselves. That's why at the end of my videos, I always say, be you, be unique. Always be yourself. Because when these cameras go off, who do you look at? When I'm looking right now, I see me. So do I appreciate and am I happy with who I see? I see y'all in the little, the little bubbles, but I see me, and I'm so happy with the person that's staring back at me. And years prior, I thought I loved myself, and I that wasn't love. That was condition that I was stuck in. Everyone's journey is different, and that's why I'm respectful of everyone's journey. I just want you all to get to know me and come along with me on my journey. Now, I'm supposed to be combing this head of mine out. Whoa! Can anyone of the goddesses explain to me? Okay, so I know that we shed 100 hairs a day, but I just feel like, hey, my beautiful sea stars, Chill Will, how are you, love? I just feel like I'm kind of shedding more than 100 hairs. And I get that I don't, comb my hair every day. Sometimes it'll just be pinned up and stuff. So it's just like your hair sheds. But sometimes it's just like, yeah, a lot is just, and my daughter, she did so well, and she clipped my ends and everything. And it's just like, I'm still getting shedding. So what I wanted to ask is, there's something that, is there like a natural product that anyone knows of? Because I know like shea butter, shea moisture, and just like hair product that really actually helps the hair to flourish. Other than, Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Chill Will. It does. It does. It'll try to make you operate in a different energy of who and what you really and truly are. And so I always want to be mindful of that. And that's why when certain people as well, when they just feel like they just gotta go for social media. Oh hell no, take a break. You take a break from everything that you do. You're supposed to detox from everything that we do. That's why it's stated in everything in moderation. If that wasn't like, why would they say everything in moderation if you can just overindulge in everything at all times? No, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit needs a rest always. Coconut oil. The coconut oil. See, I got to see it, leave-in conditioner with the coconut oil. That's a great one. Thanks so much, C Star. What I wanted to say. See, I know that this is more than 100 hairs. But again, I also know that I haven't combed through it in a couple of days. That right there. That right there. Gratitude for that. Okay, because you know what? I was leaning towards that as well. I really was. I was leaning towards that, Renee. That I would just go and just get blood work done and see what it is. But I know my daughter, she already had looked at me and just told me I need to incorporate fish oil. What else? Potassium, folate. What was it? What was the M word again? Look, I'm talking to my daughter. I don't think she like, no, she live. She can't be talking to me. I'm talking to you. Magnesium. Look, y'all be on it. Look, and y'all knew exactly. I said the M word. Everybody, yes. Magnesium, iron. Yeah. Cause hold on, let me see if I still have them. Now let me see. Can you all see this? So I was taking these and also these. Now, get out my closet, little girl. And like, it's like I try to keep it moisturized, my hair, and I don't know. It seems like sometimes the moisture is just... Oh, okay. I thought... Okay. Because I'm looking at Sticks live as well. I'm trying to multitask. Because again, I said I knew I wasn't going to be... Anytime anyone has any questions or like... And see, the prenatal... Okay, so Renee and Geraldine. Hey, Chatterboo. Hey, my love. How are you? Really quick. Renee and Geraldine, those are two... Yeah, okay. And see, I'm 46 years young. Yep. I'm 46 years young. I'm 47 years young. Look at me. Much appreciation, 1K. Much appreciation. Mhm. And that's... Yeah. See, like, you can see, like, yeah, well, this was like, oh my goodness. And then that as well. I didn't... Again, it's nothing against my parents because they were just... They raised us the best way that they knew how. I'll say that for my parents. They raised me the best way that they knew how. Me and my siblings, the 11 other siblings that I have. Okay. But with that, a lot of things that were... Like, we grew up with a beautiful backyard and our garden and things like that. So we grew up with nutrition and things, but it wasn't implemented in our mindset. You get what I'm saying? It was just like, this is dinner. It wasn't, this is the healthiest choice for you to keep nutrition and keep things growing and flowing within you and things like that. And again, my parents being baby boomers and and of that caliber of well, my mom is the baby boomer and my dad is the silent generation. He's from the silent generation. And so again, that in itself says so much. The silent generation, basically, it was take what we give you and have no rebuttal about it. Like, everything that we say is just, it's take our word for it. So a lot of things that I had to learn on my own. And I even see that in my raising of my children. And again, that's what like one of the greatest things is with me. It feels good because I hold myself accountable. When my children come to me and they tell me, Ma, well, this wasn't implemented in our life and introduced, not implemented. This wasn't introduced into our life, and we didn't get enough of this, and we didn't get enough of that, and you didn't do this, or you didn't do. Me, I have to sit there with that, but not only sit there with it, I have to heal myself. I have to bring healing to our family, our community, and know that these things were like, now don't get me wrong, they'll tell me, Ma, you did the best that you can, what you had, what you known, but we're just explaining to you how these things made us feel. This is another thing that I don't get. A lot of people feel like the children of a millennial and on down to the what is it, the alpha beta, the younger children generations, I'll just say that I feel like their expression is disrespect to a lot of people, and we have to change that mindset. When my children speak and when they say things that it may trigger me in a certain manner, I get quiet. The reason for me getting quiet is because I let the higher version of me take over. And as they're speaking, I'm going over every word that they're saying and the vibration of how they're saying it, the frequency of how they're explaining it to me. And all it is the hurt and the healing that they are experiencing and having to go through for themselves because of what they endured with their upbringing. A lot of people feel like the children, the generation is disrespectful. I don't feel that way. I know a disrespect when I hear a disrespect, and I know a cry for help when I hear a cry for help. And there is a lot of crying for help that is going on with the way that these children are. Like they say, you speak one way, but then your actions show another. They're acting, they're not acting, but they're expressing themselves to show you what it is that they need. And we just have to be, more presently mindful and aware of what it is that we are seeing, and seeing them, how they're operating in their expression. Hold on. I know I'm gonna have to go back and read a lot. Thanks so much, Sticks. I truly appreciate your help. I truly appreciate your presence, everyone. I truly appreciate you all for being here, your support, your feedback. I really and truly appreciate you all. Much appreciation, acknowledgement to you all. It's just a lot of things along the way. Thank you so much, Sharice. Yeah, like, oh, wait. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, okay, Sticks, you said it. When it comes to content creators with smaller channels, or with just when it comes to content creators, you love to support. I'm that same way. And I'll support you. But it cringes me when I'm watching a content creator with a child and the child is expressing themselves, and because the individual is of a certain age, they feel like it's disrespect. I'm not going to call the content creator name out. I actually don't remember the name of the channel. But anyway, for instance, I would just like to get your feedback and opinions on this situation. Now, I don't fully know that. What I know is this. I came across content and I was watching it, and it was of a young boy and his grandma. And apparently in the prior video, something happened to where the little boy said that he hate his grandma. So the grandmother didn't hear, but the audience heard it when they were watching the video. Hey, Mark, how are you? Thanks so much for joining the live. I truly appreciate your help. Your support, excuse me. I appreciate your presence and your support. Okay, so the young boy must have said that he hate his grandmother. And so the audience heard it, like the supporters, they heard it. And they immediately reached out to, I want to say, her granddaughter. And so her granddaughter went back and watched the video. And she said that she had to watch it over and over and over again and listen for when the little boy said it. Because I guess it was like under his breath, vaguely, he said it. The greatest thing should have been in your mind is, why do my grandson hate me? Speaking from a grandmother's point of view. If my eldest grandchild is 8 years young, if me and him did a video and he was triggered by something that maybe I said or did, and his first instinct was to say that he hate me, it isn't that he hate me. What energy am I operating up under? But see, that's the mindset that I have. Everybody don't have that mindset. They immediately went into, this little boy needs it's some discipline and like harshness, instead of taking a step back and saying, maybe it's me. But you want to blame the youth. And all you are doing is allowing those shadows, those dark shadows, to manifest within him, within his temple. And then he grows up to, and I'm not speaking this over his life, because I just send positive balance energy into the young man's life, and for his throat chakra to be open, for him to respectfully express what it is that he's experiencing with his family. I send that, nothing but positive energy. But this is how a child can grow up and then be a menace. And then you'll say, but I raised him. I didn't raise him to be like that. But how were you with him? How were you? And when people addressed you on it, you feel as though you calling the age card holds weight on everything. I'm of a certain age and a certain caliber, and I've lived life and see. Again, I've done my own research. I went in. So knowing what I know, like if I said some things to y'all probably wouldn't, I don't know. I'm not going to judge y'all or, say that y'all will unsubscribe from me. But I know that a couple will side-eye me like, what? You what? You what? And it's for me. And it's nothing low vibrational or negative and dark. But you know you have to go in your darkness and heal those versions of yourself in order to operate in present time. That's why when you watch things and you come across certain things, it triggers you. You gotta say to yourself, why is that so triggering to me? What is, and I know because, again, speaking from experience, it triggered me because of what I experienced with my children. And that's why I consistently acknowledge and let them know, you know, forgive me. And, um, I appreciate the love that you all have for me, and that, and the growth that we are growing and healing with one another. Yeah. So, but let me go back up, and I just want to get your perspective up on it, because that right there, immediately they went from, and the little boy got up there and he apologized. And you know what the grandmother did? Told him to get up from the table and go sit at the other table, because she don't have time for that. And she don't have time for that energy around her. She just wants positive energy. But you wasn't operating in positive energy. And I'm just being real. She wasn't. She was not. Because number one, allow him to feel comfortable enough to come in front of the camera and apologize with a pure heart, a balanced heart. Y'all put him up in front of that camera for clicks and likes. That's the cringing thing that I don't like to watch what people and they do with their loved ones. That's not love. Sometimes us as the elders have to hold ourselves accountable to fix the, what they call it, the curses, and the curses that were so-called implemented and spoken over our bloodline, lineage, and seed. Do we realize that we are the ones that are actually holding the curses? And the words that we speak, they'll tell you your tongue is like a double-edged sword. So everything that I speak, believe you me, it applies to me as well. Me, acknowledgement, knowing these things. Another thing, it's like, so with healing your bloodline of these curses and crosses that were spoken, you change your mind, you change your word form, you change your world. I know a lot of people say this, and it's nothing against anyone. For instance, prime example, people will see me like, good morning, and I'll say, richful rising, or blissful rising, or grand rising, or abundant rising, and they'll look at me funny. And it's like, but I said good morning. But I don't say good morning, because I don't mourn nothing and no one. I mourns nothing and no one. And why, in my first awakening of my eyes to the beautifulness of the world and all that it has to offer, the first thing out of my mouth would be good morning. What am I mourning? I rested well. I got a peaceful, healing rest. So why would I wake up in mourning? Word spells, wordplay. And I get people, oh, but you spell it differently and stuff. It doesn't matter how you spell it. I'm telling you now. It's a frequency. Words, people, places, things, energies, everything is frequency. Everything. Everything around you is frequency. Is a vibration to it. So it doesn't matter if you change up the spelling or any of that. It's still up under that same law of frequency. It was in the beginning, it was so hard and tedious for me to change, like not change, because that right there, that word as well. when people want you to change. No, I don't say change either. You're supposed to flow and grow, elevate and evolve. That's what we are here doing. Flowing, growing, elevating, and evolving. Not changing. Because guess what? When you change, it's not for you. You're changing like characters to step into another character. That's, again, that's up under a whole nother change and another frequency and things as well. Okay, I want to read that. When something is bothering me or on my mind, it's not considered a good morning all the time. Let me show you this. You wake up in the rising, but you wake up with aches and pains. But what did you just do? You awaken. You awaken, right? So regardless is good. Everything. So whatever it is that may be on your mind or that you are going through, it's an experience and it don't last forever, baby. So I'm not going to use mourning because I'm not mourning nothing and no one. And I know that it's not there forever. Something else will come along, and then something else will come along, and then some, because that's the cycle of life. But again, I get where you're coming from. Always respect. And I love this. I love this conversation. Absolutely. That's right. That's why I speak over my life. I am infinite. They say limitless. No, I'm not limitless. Know why? Because limit just went before less. And then I'm not less. So I'm not limitless, and there's not limitless possibility. No, I'm infinite. I'm abundant. What's the problem with using these words? Oh, because it changed your mindset and it elevates you. And then you operate in that frequency and you see how good it feels and what it brings to you and how you connect and everything just start flowing in your life. And certain people don't want that because they want you to be of a certain mindset. Give you just enough to make you happy and content, but never fully whole of harmoniousness. And no, nope. Nope. That's why, again, another life and death is in the power of the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So do you speak life over your life? Or do you speak not death? Because even that word, like, if I told y'all that the scriptures that wasn't, when those words were being spoken, it wasn't for those that have transitioned. I just want to say that. And I'm going respectfully for all of us that have had a loved one, whether great in age or small in age, I just want to come with the agape love within me and let you know that that's not what that scripture had nothing to do with that. And then they put it in certain places and things to make you feel like that, but it had nothing to do with that. Our loved ones, our ancestors, they are not dead because we are all energy. Now the flesh, even the flesh is not dead. Nothing is dead. Again, I said that we are a frequency. We are a harmonious frequency. So if we are a frequency, vibration, when you get when you transition, you are no longer in the flesh. They either do what? Bury you, or you get cremated, right? These are the options. Or I don't know, like, because it's a lot with that and a lot of things that, but we'll just say this. Do you get that you are the world, that you are the earth? And that's why it says from dust we came, from dust we go, because you are food. You go back and you nourish the earth. Mother Earth. You go back and you nourish the earth. Yeah, because I'm going to give acknowledgement where acknowledgement is, yeah, with your body. And that's either in the earth where you are laid to rest, your temple, or when you are cremated and then your family decides to let you out into the sea and you go back, but you still are, yes, you provide nourishment to what is providing nourishment to you now. Don't the earth provide nourishment for us? Our fruits and vegetables and everything else, our herbs, don't it provide for us? So it's giving to us, and when we transition, we give back. And again, that scripture was not talking about that the way the breakdown of that scripture is, it's, again, there's a lot that go to school. Why, you got to ask yourself, why would you have to go to school? Never mind. I'm not even going to get into that because, yeah, they cherry pick and they pull on your heartstrings because of it being a corporation. And I'm not just talking about churches. I'm not. Every form of organization. Again, speaking from experience. Right here, born and raised in it. Right now, to my family, and I get clowned when I'm around certain family members that don't go to, they are not affiliated or connected to a certain church in South Carolina. It's my family's church. And they have an ATM machine in their church. To each his own, respectfully. To each his own, respectfully. But you're not going to tell me that's not an organization. Gratitude, much appreciation, and love you right back. Love you right back. Absolutely, the circle of life. Hold on. Oh, okay, because maybe someone says, I understand what you are saying. Oh, yes, we raise our children on how we were raised to